John Pardi.
This guy brings energy in studio. We're over here. Yeah. Good to see you, buddy. I was watching your Instagram story with my wife, which we do every night. We set a time and we're like, pull up the Pardi's Instagram story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like in the 20s, you gather around the radio. That's what we do with your Instagram story.
Love it.
We're like, pull up Summer and John's Instagram stories. We sit there, we have a meal, we watch. Your kids are turning into actual humans. It's crazy.
Yeah. No.
Like they're getting old. They're old. They like look like you guys.
It's like slow down. Like this morning, Presley was like, I want to put on my shoes, and went and put her little rubber sandals on. I don't know what they are. And both on the right feet. And she's 2. Like it was.
You mean on the correct feet?
The correct feet.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that doesn't make sense.
Well, no, it could have. I don't know that I got it. Yes.
Yeah, but she correctly put her shoes on, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah. What is surprising to you about being a girl dad? Because I think as a man, and we don't have kids yet, I have to always say this. My wife's not pregnant right now. People always think if I'm mentioning it.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually that's going to happen where we're going to have children. I am scared spitless of having girls because I know nothing about girls.
Yeah.
You have 2. What have you learned?
You don't learn anything. You learn how to be a parent, and you learn your girls. Like you learn what your individual, like Presley likes, what Sienna likes. And I feel like when you're saying you're scared, like a boy or a girl, like it's, you just learn. Like I wouldn't know what to do with a boy.
But I'm saying though, later with a boy, I would know like what shows. Let's play ball. Let's do. I don't. What do I know about what girls do? And
Yeah. Well, that's why
I'll ask you in 10 years.
you just go.
Make a note. I'm gonna ask him this question in 10 years.
Look, Presley loves the tractor and she loves the Can-Am. So like we get our Can-Am rides and it's kind of get to do the boy world, but like there's a lot of like, we watch Beauty and the Beast together. Great story. It's a great story, fabulous story. And it was, I haven't seen Beauty and the Beast a lot, but it's different. It's different when you watch it with your baby girls. It's like, like you get a little more like your heart opens up a little bit instead of like, whereas boys, like they're always into something and climbing trees. And like, you've talked to boy dads, they're like, oh, I'm just chasing my kids everywhere, where the Presley's like coloring. So I don't know.
I saw you riding a horse at the Houston Rodeo. How did your body do now that you're not 22 riding horses?
Good.
You still got it?
Oh yeah, I brought my own saddle for that one. We've done Houston enough to where, like, big guys that not the most popular saddle, and the stirrups are real high, and you can't ride well with high stirrups. So I threw in my saddle, and that horse, that was my 3rd ride with him, Link. He's a great horse, and we got I got to get on him, and the guys were letting us some steers and some. It was cool. They let some broncs out, and like we were just kind of riding arena with them, and so it was just like riding a bike if you're good.
Yeah, but I don't need to pick my bike seat.
I think because of his size. You're saying because of your size, like you need your own.
He's big.
Stuff.
He's a big old boy.
Like if you didn't have your own saddle, you would have been in a little pain.
It's tough.
Yeah,
it's tough because I've done it, and it's just really hard. It's like I don't know, it'd be hard.
My Uncle Rick had a bunch of horses growing up, and so, but we just rode them all bareback all the time, right? You just get on and ride, and we were idiots. But I got clothesline hard. I didn't see a literal clothesline.
Oh, yeah.
And so, boom.
That's not fun.
Most vivid memory. That's probably like 8 or so. Hardest you've ever fallen off a horse?
Bareback, falling, just messing around.
What?
Like,
it doesn't matter. I don't know. What's the hardest fall you ever had?
You're just riding, and then all of a sudden the horse turns real quick, and you slide off. Then you get the jeans. These are like slip and slides for bareback, and it just fell right off. I try not to fall, but you feel like in an arena, you'd be like, oh, it's going to be soft. It's dirt. No, it's not. It hurts. But like getting clothesline, a good thing you didn't have stirrups. You'd be pulling on it. So I don't know.
Yeah, good thing I have stirrups for sure.
Didn't.
No, you didn't.
I didn't. Good thing I didn't have stirrups.
Yeah, you caught up in there.
I'm going to play Friday Night Heartbreaker here. Walk me into it. Tell me something about it.
Well, I mean, this is a fun. When I first heard Friday Night Heartbreaker, it gave a different vibe to me. When I heard it, it was just kind of, had a kind of spooky, sexy vibe to it, and I don't know. I just felt connected to it, and I think all the girls getting ready out there and be like, I'm gonna break a heart tonight.
That's how I feel when I get ready for the show every morning.
That's right, man.
Every morning I come in here, I'm like, I'm about to break some hearts.
Wake up, break some hearts today.
Listen to this. Weekday heartbreaker. That's what I need right there. John Pardi's here. The album is out today. Honky Tonk Hollywood, 17 tracks. His Honky Tonk Hollywood tour kicks off April 25th. Got your land all cleared or no?
No, never.
That's never going to be a thing that's done? Is that always going to be the project?
It's just I like Tennessee is great, and there's just a lot of trees, but there's a lot of great parts about land that you can uncover, but you just got to knock trees down. And so I don't know, firewood. I'll be splitting firewood.
Yeah, John would bring it over and for free and unload it, and then be like, you don't have to help. And I'm like, dude, you brought all this for free, and then you're telling me I don't have to help, so I just go inside.
Okay, then.
No, I would help a little bit, but yeah, like that's fun to you.
Well, I mean, it's just something to do. I mean, it's not. It's more of like feeling like you did something. Like, playing concerts and traveling. It's fun, but it's still like you want to get out and get dirty. I don't know. I mean, splitting wood is fun for a little bit. I just like to get it collected and dried out. So, because summer loves bonfire. Who doesn't like a good bonfire? And we got fireplaces.
Overrated s'mores.
Overrated,
right?
For sure.
Right. What? Individually, all good, but just like all together, too much time, too much messy. It's just not. S'mores. You want to argue that? I'm happy. I would love to hear it.
I love a good s'more. Like, it's an experience, it's an activity, it's something to do. It's nostalgic. It just feels good. It's warm. It's
nostalgia.
Cozy.
I will agree with.
Okay, you can also elevate it, and instead of just a plain Hershey's chocolate bar, throw a Reese's cup in there. That'll take it next level.
Now you're making it different. You're like, you can also wear a golden robe.
Well, no, hey, I'm just saying, if you haven't had a s'more that way, you're missing out.
What I regret isn't. I'm gonna get into pistols now.
Pistols, okay.
Like, well, yourself, like a collector.
Because I had not collector.
That is a lot different than bonfires.
Correct. Well, I'll tell you what I'm getting to. I have multiple shotguns. That's all I grew up with shotguns.
Yeah.
Different kinds of shotguns. I think I have two 12 gauges now, but I had started with the 410 classic starter shotgun.
Great.
20 gauge, went to the 20, got 12 gauge, The last time we were up on your property, my wife and your wife, they were practicing shooting pistol. I didn't, because I was like, what used to have for a pistol?
Yeah.
Okay. But now I'm starting to feel like I need, just for protection, a pistol. Do you roll? It's not riding dirty, because that's
packing.
drugs. Do you roll with a pistol?
I'll carry, yeah. Or not like you can still carry. But there's a lot of rules you want to go by legally, and it's.
What do you prefer if something's happening around the property? What are you grabbing? I guess is my point. The pistol, or are you grabbing a rifle?
You gotta feel, if you're really talking about self-defense, you want to feel whatever you want to use, whatever you're comfortable.
Or animal, so it could be either one, right? So self-defense, or it could be like there's a bear or something that, But yeah, self-defense. I'm grabbing a shotgun because I feel like I can load and unload that thing, and also I got the chick. I got the pumps, just so that's a sound they can hear.
Yeah.
What are you most comfortable with?
Anything.
Really?
Yeah.
I need to come back up.
I feel like, though, like you talk about self-defense, like you had to be prepared. Like that's what we love to talk about. Oh, if this guy came up, I'd pull out my grenade launcher and then boom. But
dang, that'd be awesome.
Like, yeah, but it's like, are you ready for that? Like, can you physically
ask me that question?
Let me get my grenade launcher real quick. Like,
okay, let me ask you that question first. Could you shoot somebody if they were on your property and they were making a mess? Let's just say making a mess that seemed trouble. Could you shoot somebody?
I mean, you'd have to instinctly know that was what you had to do.
Now ask me.
There'd be some questions.
Ask me,
sir. What are you doing out here?
No, ask me if I could.
Do you feel lucky
I'm not breaking into your
punk?
house. No, you're not asking me why I'm
Sounds like
here.
you guys are doing a scene.
For me, I'm like, no, John, it's Bobby. It's me. It's me. No, we know each other. I've been here. That's how I knew how to get to your house. Well, ask me that question.
Ask you what?
If I could shoot
If he's
somebody.
ready.
Are you ready?
In a freaking heartbeat.
She's ready.
Been jumped, had my house broken into, had so many things where it's like, I'm probably too ready.
Oh.
then all you need is get the shotgun, get the 20 gauge, ready to go.
But I feel like it's just so it's cumbersome almost. Like I want to be able to go like.
Well, then do it.
Should anybody go get a gun though like that though? I don't know. I'm asking for advice. I'm asking for gun advice here.
I feel like you got to go and just get yourself prepared. The idea is an idea, and it'll always be an idea. If you don't work on it, it's not a thing. It's just
like you should practice.
Yeah, or be more prepared.
Well, my wife was. Caleb was up with John, and they were practicing. They were getting comfortable learning handguns on John's property, shooting with people, law enforcement. Like, it was a whole thing, and I was like, I'll pass. I got a 12 gauge. I'm just starting to feel that I didn't take advantage of that.
Well, see, now we got kids that got a fingerprint vault on the nightstand with a pistol in it.
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
Like, that's what I mean by prepared.
Yeah.
Like, and like you can't just sleep with a shotgun. Like, I can just picture Bobby like.
Oh, I do. Yeah, right between my legs.
Sleeping.
Yeah.
Getting out like,
It's just a dog at the door. Yes.
But yeah, so I mean that's just practice and get yourself prepared.
Did you ever consider law enforcement?
No, I'd rather be a firefighter.
Was that a consideration?
At one point, I had a lot of friends that were joining the fire academy in Chico, California, and it sounded like a great idea. That got a lot of wildfires out in California. There's always work for firefighters. But the big thing was back then, and it still is that you had to guaranteed to get a firefighter job. You became a paramedic, and I was more like I'd rather be like working on the engine, riding around instead of like I'm cutting this guy open. Like I don't, there's
because you had to learn that in order to be.
I don't consider myself like a great paramedic. Like
we don't either. For the record,
if I saw myself showing up to save my life, I'd be like, well, shit.
We're done.
But if I saw myself getting off to like with a hose and like, yeah, we're gonna put this fire out. Like, all right,
okay,
that's the guy's gonna take the fire out. So
okay.
John's gotten up like 3 times from his chair.
Yeah, no, he's
how did energy drink? I'm feeling good. Got some sleep last night.
Okay, how about Alan Jackson? Give me a story.
Just played with Alan Jackson, his farewell tour, and you know what? I got to tell him that I consider him the Merle Haggard of my generation of listening, because when he was growing up, he was listening to Merle Haggard. And Merle was the guy that wrote the songs, he sang them. And Alan's that guy. Like he wrote so many songs. Like Remember When? I think he wrote that by himself. It's a beautiful song. Day the World Stopped Turning. He he's in the Hall of Fame in New York City next to McCartney. Like he's the artist songwriter that had some of the biggest songs like a Merle Haggard. And I got to tell him that. And I think it really meant something to him. And he's been a hero of mine. And I feel like that was my latest story with Alan. I got to kind of say, hey, I think you're right up there with Merle of like artist songwriter.
Why did you feel like it was time for another album?
It's always time for another album.
Sounds like a beer. You know what I mean?
It's always.
I never had one single beer, and I'm like, yep, sounds like a beer.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'd like to put 18 months is what I'd like to put out every put some new music out, but it's hard. We tour in and it's not like you could just come up with all these great songs in a short amount of time. Sometimes it takes time. So this has been 3 years, which is crazy, but it goes by so fast.
Remember when?
Jam.
Yeah.
I know.
It's kind of that,
Remember when last album, 2022, 3 years ago.
I did a record. Live shows.
Live shows, great. Yeah.
You feel good?
Feeling great.
Keep yourself in shape?
All the time.
You got a lot of energy. You don't want to get up there and get winded.
No, I mean, all my songs, my live stuff it's all high energy, and it's only going to get hotter. All right. It's been nice right now.
Oh, you mean weather? We thought you meant like
the energy.
Yeah, like you. Like,
oh, yeah, it's always it's always gonna be hot.
Yeah.
But yeah, and temperature wise, I was talking about myself, getting hotter. You know what I'm saying?
17 tracks, and I have the whole thing, and I could do the thing where we go, which song do you like the best? But what's the last song that you recorded? because that usually means it's one you fell in love with at the end, usually, and you're like, we got to get this on the record. And is that true here?
I think the last one we did was Rush.
You cut it last. Why?
Because we needed something with tempo and something that grooved, and that was something I wrote in 2019 that we've been listening for 6 years.
So you had it for 6 years?
Yeah. And it was just something that me and Summer it passed all the tests: boat test, car test, mowing lawn test, all the tests, airplane test, windows down test, night test, dancing test. We had a long time to test it, so I was like, let's try this. And then Jay loved it, and it's still one of his favorite tracks off the record.
Is it crazy to call, because you wrote that with Ross Copperman and Bryce Long, to call them and be like, remember that song I wrote 6 years ago? And they're like, nope, sure don't. Well, we're going to cut it. I mean, that's a weird thing, huh?
They remember that song.
They really?
Yeah. No, just because it was different, and it sounded, it just, they remember the song because it spoke. It says, like, listen to me. Like,
you think Ross would remember if I said, hey, do you know that song Rush? He'd remember it. If I called him right now.
Maybe. He remember the...
Let's just see let's see if John's truthful or not. Or let's see if he's doing a good interview or not. Because you give him good answers. Let's see what he says.
Oh, you're calling... This, he may not answer. He's probably
you're saying
right.
yes.
Better.
You're saying yes.
I bet he remembers. He's probably not going to answer.
He'll call back.
Hey, man.
Hey.
He remember that day because we were he used to have this house that was like by a park, and it was like a nice day like that, and everybody was out.
Dang, he's not going to hit me back. Dang. You ever get nervous to text anybody that's kind of famous? I texted Kenny Chesney, and I was nervous about it. You ever have that where you're like, I don't know if I should text them because they're kind of cool?
A lot of times I don't get their numbers just because of like, you know what? Can't drunk dial that guy.
Look at that.
Hey, tell him what I did.
Okay,
I'm so glad you said that.
Okay, Bobby doesn't drink, so I don't know what his excuse behind like reaching out to someone randomly would be, but he was trying to find Kenny's number in his phone because he's texted with him before, but he didn't save it. It's not saved as Kenny or anything because he didn't want to be tempted at any point to just text Kenny, because then that would be awkward.
I don't want to have his name in it'd be like a Thursday night, and they play like a clip of a song on Netflix. I'm like, oh, I should reach out to Kenny. I don't want to give me that option.
But sometimes you don't even need alcohol. You just have caffeine and an idea. You're like, I'm calling everybody.
Right.
So that's, yeah, so you do that. So you won't even save it because you don't want to call them.
You know, it's not like we're going to be going to the park together or anything, like, you know, sharing ideas. Unless you like, I feel like if life keeps giving you this person and they keep coming around, another time where we're hanging out, all right, let's get numbers, you know, like it'll kind of give you your friends. But if you just like meet Kenny Chesney going down a hallway and somehow get his number, hey, but you get caffeine, a good idea. Calling Kenny. You know who we need to call? Kenny
This
Chesney.
is perfect for Kenny. Yeah. I was looking at your tour, and by the way, John's all over. We'll link. You go to johnpardi.com. But you got Corey Kent and Cassie Ashton, two folks I think are just awesome.
Great.
Both in different ways. I
Yeah.
think Cassie's like one of the greatest, not fully understood yet pure artists in country music.
Yeah.
Like whenever
Voice.
yes. How do you pick your openers?
Well, I mean, they kind of, you get your list and you can kind of see what's, you know, and I really try to, you know, you can always like try to throw dartboards and see who you can get, but I truly try to, when you come to booking, just like, you know, really give me the realistic of who's available. And Corey, but this one was very natural, like reaching out. Corey was reaching out, his man's reaching out to get it right. And then Luke Laird texted me Cassie's new album, and so she's always working on songs and just always, you know, putting music out. Got to listen to that, and she's a friend, like I said about life, bringing people in. You know, Cassie and her husband, or I think her husband, they came to the house, and we had a dinner, and we were just singing songs together, and like, you know, just like little things I remember. So it's like these little, you know, friends that it's like, yeah, well, she needs to be heard, and I've had a good track record of like bringing these girls out, and then they're like, get the rocket ship. I mean, we had Lainey and Haley. I can't. Now we're like,
Lainey won't call you back.
Well,
so you were just saying, like, I can't get her to call me back.
It's so funny. Like, sometimes you got to DM them on Instagram, and then they'll respond back. You got to try that. Because Lainey, I was like, because she was on the cover Rolling Stone's, like, UK, and I just said, badass. And then she was like, we got to get together soon. And I was like, I just saw Haley. And then we brought Ella out, and then now Ella's all over the place. So I'm like, well, obviously, like that movie,
You're the
Good
key.
Luck Chuck or whatever it was. Like,
dude, that reference, that's the funniest reference anyone's made in the studio in 5 years. A random Good Luck Chuck.
it was the movie, right? It's
Yes.
like something happened and they just got so successful and never talked to him again. I was like, well, move Cassie up there.
Good Luck Chuck was
Dane Cook.
Yeah.
You're the best. Let's do one other song on the new record because we were playing with it before you came in. So we did Rush. What's your best? I love ballads. My favorite. I love slow songs. What's the best ballad on the record?
Don't you want to know?
I do want to know. What's the best?
I think
That's the title.
No, we're doing who's on first.
Who's on first?
Yes.
Well, don't you want to know, Bobby?
Right. I want to ask you one kind of in the weeds structural question. Thank you. As a songwriter, do you ever have a song that you write and you like and it works, but it's not there? It's like 8 out of 10 as far as like working. So you tempo change it where it's a slow song and what if we speed it up? Or if it's a song that's got heavy tempo and you go, what if we slow it down? Ross is calling. Hold on. Hey, Ross.
Hey, Bobby.
Hey, I'm with John Pardi right now.
What's up, John?
I was trying to get back to
Hey,
the park.
don't say anything. Don't say anything. We're a little test here. Do you remember writing any songs with John that you liked ever?
Every song I write with John I like because he's the most talented dude in the world, man.
Okay, yeah. I need a real answer here. So we were talking about a song that he wrote. You wrote with him 6 years ago.
Well, all the songs.
You're gonna get.
We
you're
do
spoiling
write
it.
killer
But you're
songs.
gonna
Don't
spoil
even
it.
bring up Heaven.
You're gonna spoil it. You wrote a song with him like 6 years or so ago. And
Gosh, over COVID,
and
probably on over Zoom.
do you remember what that song was called? And you couldn't. You passed all the tests. It passed the underwear test. It passed the driving test. That's what he said. But he said he wrote it like 6 years ago, and he put it on the record. Do you remember the name of the song?
Bobby, I don't remember the song I wrote yesterday.
Exactly.
Okay, but
What?
actually, it was before COVID.
Okay,
so
it was
does that
before
help?
COVID. John held it for 6 years. It probably doesn't help, does it?
John held it for 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
I played the bass.
Golly.
He played the bass.
Oh, at my studio.
Okay,
Yeah.
what was the name of it?
Was that at my studio, John? When you were?
Naked?
Was that at my old studio when you were cutting the guitars and the basses? I remember that.
Yeah, well, okay, do you know what it's called?
All right, this is coming back. I can see the moment.
It was a long time ago, though. Like, it was.
I remember John sitting on the stool, cutting the guitars.
Naked.
Golly, I can see it.
Yeah, it was
Me and Bryce.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
It was you and Bryce. I know. Yeah,
Yeah.
something about fixing, something
Na-
about heaven.
Naked.
No.
All I want. The song is really good, and John's like, we loved it. He loved it for so long.
Does he even know that I put it on the new record?
That's a great point. You ever heard of this guy? He's in Padry. Yeah.
Ross gets like he gets a cut every week, so it's like I don't know. Let me go back through my cut Rolodex.
Do you remember a song called Rush?
Oh yeah, I love that song.
Oh, okay, well, you're lying. Your tone
No,
changed.
I remember. Yeah, I do remember that.
Can you sing us a little?
Oh man, no, I can't.
Wait, this might help.
What?
I think for listeners in context of
This
Ross.
is a mean joke, guys. This is a mean thing to do.
It's not mean because I have two friends here with me.
Yeah.
One that is a massive performing superstar that will not sit down for some reason. He keeps jumping around the room. And two, I have another really great friend of mine that has 40, 50, 60 number one songs that he's written or produced. And it was just a numbers game. And I was like, there's no way that both of you guys can remember the same.
We've written a handful of songs together, though.
We've written a bunch. Me and John have written a bunch, yeah.
And we need to get back together. I'm like, wait,
I was literally
next
thinking
album.
about that when I saw your album come out the other day, man. And I saw that song on there, and I was like, golly, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, no,
Exactly.
it's
I really
definitely
did.
one that you forget about, but like it's not for me. I don't forget about you. You write you see all kinds of artists and songwriters. So you're always writing where I got to get on a plane and get on the bus. So, but that one really stood the test of time.
Let me ask you a real question.
Thank you, John. Thank you, John. That was a great defense, John. Thank you.
No
so
defense,
much.
none needed. It's a numbers game more than a quality thing. A real question, because on the phone,
Quality thing. Oh my God.
Ross Copperman. By the way, do you know how many number ones you have in general, like produced and written?
I think it's 41 right now. That's
Okay.
just
41.
So I'm asking
He's headed
this,
to the Hall of Fame.
and he's worked with a lot of great people. What I want to ask about John is, if you're writing with John, like, what is he like as a creative, a contributor?
Dude, John is.
Yes.
I was literally talking about John the other day. He has such a sense of who he is, and it's so funny. Me and my wife were literally talking about you in the car the other day, dude. Because one of your songs came on the radio, and we just looked at each other like, dude, John has always stayed true and authentic to who he is. You've always just done your thing, and I feel like that is so commendable, man. You've always just. You stay true, and so many artists chase things. You just do you, man, and it's authentic to you, and it's John Pardi country, dude.
Yeah, we had to reboot his whole system for a shuffle. Like
I don't know what that means.
Me and John,
You had an iPod shuffle?
We did a shuffle, and that's not a very common. Like, if you're looking for loops, there's not a lot of shuffles like in a lot of loop banks and stuff.
We have no idea what
And
we're talking about.
so it throws
It's like
the
a
whole system off to do a shuffle.
Yep,
Is
we
that the
did.
joke?
That's
It's a joke. This is a joke only smart people get.
So a shuffle is authentic
Shuffles-
to John?
It's just.
Shuffles, head over boots. The one he's talking about
So
is
it's like a
called
pace-
Fill Her
like a
Up. That's
pace-
He's not
or-
joking. No,
Yeah.
he's not joking. A shuffle is just not a common feel.
it was in the
So there's
50s,
not a lot
baby.
of-
Okay. Well,
So honestly, that becomes the reason why John is playing bass and guitar on these songs, because he ends up having to play the feel.
oh, okay,
Yes.
because he is him, and yeah, that's a good point. Like, if he's true to himself, and the songs feel like him, why not have him feel within the song?
AI ain't getting this guy.
Exactly, and he can do it. And most artists can't sit down and throw a bass on a track or throw a guitar down, or
What
he does it all.
We say that with love to all the artists out there that can't play bass.
What else have you guys written together? Do you know? By any chance? You have any hits
well,
together?
we don't have any hits
We haven't
together,
any hits.
but we got good songs together.
Well, you mentioned Heaven.
Good songs.
You got that
There's
song
a
Rush.
song-
You know why I feel like we have good songs together? Because I always feel like with John, he's so talented. I feel like I just like to just let him do his thing, and I kind of just hang on for the ride and let John do John. And I feel like that's when great artists make the best music. To me, is not when somebody else is telling them, "Hey, this is the," you know what I mean?
Well, I would say that if you jumped in a little more, maybe you'd have hits with him.
Well, there's a song called Heaven that we wrote with Shane.
Is it
And
on this
it's no, it's one of Subur's favorites, but like it was like at the
Still testing
time,
it.
everybody had a title called Heaven or something with heaven in it, and so it really got put into the catalog.
So it's not out yet. Still.
It's not out yet.
Oh, we can't wait.
And
Okay.
Summer's going to see this conversation, and I'm going to hear all about it.
Are you in the middle of a write, Ross?
No, I'm just on my back porch.
He's on the beach. He's at the beach. You got 41 number ones. You're at the beach.
I'm on my,
Hey, the funniest thing was Ross and I play pickleball together, and we'll just put a playlist on and play, and I'll just go to Ross Copperman. Like, you can just go to like all songs written by Ross Copperman, and I make him listen to all his own songs he's written as we play. Distracts the crap out of him. Beat him every time
by
I
the
do
way,
it.
Bobby destroys me at pickleball, like, shamefully. Every time.
While he's playing your music,
That's
just
fair.
like
That's why.
boom,
While
winning.
he's playing my music, so I'm like, I'm embarrassed already, and then I just get my butt kicked every time.
Well, thank you for answering. The song Rush, you should hear it. It's really great. It's on
Thanks,
John's new
I
record.
listened the other day. Thanks, Bobby. Congrats, John.
Thanks, Ross. We'll
All
get
right.
back. We'll
See
get
ya.
back into books.
See you, buddy. Love you, man. There he is. Ross Copperman. Honky Tonk Hollywood.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. You guys are both good dudes.
I love Ross. We have a great time. It's been, I haven't wrote, we're trying to get back. It just gets harder. You throw kids.
Don't throw your kids, dude. They're not big enough. Don't
I know,
throw
but
them.
like you throw kids in the mix of doing
Oh,
things.
in the mix. I thought you were just throwing kids.
Just
I was
throwing
like, dude,
them
I don't know what
around.
you do at the farm, man.
You throw kids in the schedule,
Yeah.
it's like schedule gets real tight.
Tour kicks off April 25th. Honky Tonk Hollywood. 17 tracks. I'll say it now. My favorite's Rush.
That was the best.
I know.
That was
Never
the
forgot
first
about it.
song you heard.
Uh-huh.
I liked it. I felt it.
Me too. Loved it.
It's a sexy song. There's a lot of vibes on this.
You don't realize this, but I've taken off my clothes the whole time we've been doing the interview. It was so sexy.
It's boat. Hey, that's a good
I'm
boat
Winnie the
song.
Poohing right now. Only got a shirt on.
Hey, Rush, boat on the ocean.
Boat
You've
test.
tested it everywhere, though. It's good everywhere.
It's good everywhere.
Before you leave, you want to take the challenge
I was ready. I'm prepared.
for Bopit?
Yeah.
Okay, can we get the scoreboard up behind him? Can we set it up, Scuba, with a mic?
I don't know how I'm going to do, but
Well, and many artists have come in and performed on Bopit. Some have done wonderfully. Some have failed miserably because it's easy to get off with Bopit. And Bopit is a classic game where there's a thing you twist, there's a thing you pop, and there's a thing you pull, and it tells you what to do. On the leaderboard right now, we have Dirks Bentley leading with 18. We have Matt Carney with 16. We have Kip Moore with 9. And next up will be John Pardi.
You can beat 18, John.
I mean, it seems easy, but it just takes one time.
Amen, brother.
For a lot of things.
Amen,
It takes
brother.
one time.
So let's get it. Let's make sure it works. Get it straight. Okay. Then what? And then you're ready to go. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Safety's off.
Ladies and gentlemen.
It only takes one time, John.
Ladies and gentlemen, playing and we gotta be quiet when it's over. Oh, now I went to sleep. Okay,
I got it. I'll get it.
Okay, and go. Pull it again. Here we go. Hold a little higher.
Oh,
Remember my first time playing Bopit. Score 25.
New record! New record! Wow, 25 for John Pardi.
That's amazing.
I didn't know it was that high.
Wow.
Good job, dude.
So now, everybody check out his album. Otherwise, if you didn't, we were going to say don't listen to it.
top of the leaderboard.
Yes, 25.
Wow.
The album is out. It is Honky Tonk Hollywood. Go johnpardi.com, Pardin. He's got great opening acts. He's got a ton of hits. I love him. And good to see you again, buddy. Tell everybody I said hello, and good luck with the record, man.
Thank you. Love you too. Love
All
you
right.
guys. Thank you so much for having me.
You have to leave the Bopit, though.
I was going to bring this suppressor.
I know.
Oh,
I can tell. John
Go on Amazon.
Yeah, yeah.
Go on
All right, John
Amazon.
Pardi, everybody. There he is. Yes.
It's a